now the first match for real. So for now we can see, oops, let me scroll speed. On the top side we got Song, and on the right side we have Chevelle. There's not much to say because in this tournament all civilizations are gonna be pretty much chosen, so we can only see how this is gonna go out. We can see Chevelle prefers to go 2 town centers in and then starting off with some barracks already. So the numbers, the initial numbers here are quite important. È un torneo, Alberto? Sí, Barroso. È un torneo de deathmatch. We can see Song is making a little more forward movement, but just getting the barracks out. On the other hand, we can see the first legions from Chevelle are already out. So remember, the first units are the ones that set up the space for the rest of the barracks. And we can see a first and now a towers coming up from the side of Song. And Chevelle is finding out just now that where Song is, but Song is already getting up some towers and getting some barracks in his way. But the numbers of Chevelle's barracks are quite much higher, if I would say. But let's see how the time is gonna go. So Chevelle 28, 27. So the numbers are pretty even right now. Now it's important to get the towers going off right now. And this is a crucial moment because Chevelle is getting forward position with his towers, but they are all in the middle of a building. He needs to get them all up right now so that he can assert this terrain for himself. Looks like he's gonna get them though. And now we can see Song getting plenty more barracks on his side and going more to the back of his base. So right now Chevelle having a good position. However, Song is holding out quite well as well. 48 population against 58, so Song is getting the number population right now, but the towers are gonna help him out big time in this position. However, on the right side he's getting a little bit pushed back, and that's gonna be a crucial position later on because if the legions get through here, it's gonna be a troublesome situation. You can see Song is spreading out more and more to the middle, to the left side I mean, and little by little getting more and more units. We can already start to feel the lag of the game. And right now tournament looks like it's holding out quite well. Chevelle holding his position but losing a little bit on the right. There's 2 towers going down on this side, and there's already a forest on the side of Song already supporting his side. The population not looking too favorable for Chevelle. 77 against 112. Little by little Song is getting his terrain back up, but Chevelle not spreading in, is spreading out everywhere, sending out legions probably from 12 positions to make sure that there doesn't get extra paints and extra terrains. But right now it seems both players, Chevelle having more starve of food, the looks of it. But right now the position not very favorable. More towers coming on the top side, so not gonna let him get this terrain anytime soon. However, Chevelle is getting some on the left side, so definitely interesting, holding his ground quite well. And I see some barracks being painted surprisingly on the bottom side, so getting a surprise attack on this side, we're gonna force a good amount of legions to go back, and they're getting some nice kills on the economy. So in this situation, the legions are swarming in on this side as well, so Song has found a way to get through the economy of Song and of Chevelle, and looks like he might be able to get some damage going. However, there are already legions chasing him out, and we can see there are towers coming already as well to protect these little gaps that are getting in the units getting in. In the meantime, in the middle, we can see Chevelle being forced to back a little bit, unfortunately, due to the amount of legions that are getting in on this side. So many legions, and these legions are getting stuck because of this barrack, and these towers are getting so many shots actually. So much free damage for these units on the side of Song. So look like Song's keeping himself in the game. Chevelle 126 against 175, so Song still has plenty of options of units to catch on to, I mean, and that's because the legions, are there a lot of spam units? Probably Song has more economy on this side though. That's probably the amount of villagers. Let's take a real quick pick on the economy. You can see 103 against 71, so Song is focusing on his economy as well, getting villagers pumped so that he can keep on producing those precious legions, which are the main unit for this game. You can see the economy already growing from the side of Chevelle, so getting units all of his side. Still with plenty of gold, 3 gold mines on his base and 2 more in the middle. On the other hand, Song as well has 3 gold mines, not mining anyone just yet, focusing more on the stone. By the looks of it, 35 people on stone, 0 on gold. So you can, Song's trying to get more coverage with the towers going, which is a very good idea. The towers here crucial to get to defense, for the defense, and they will get a lot of done. However, you need big numbers due to the amount of legions, and you can see right now the towers of Chevelle are fading away little by little, getting killed off. So this position, and Chevelle just calls it. So fortunately, oh, interesting wall barracks. And you can see he was losing the terrain little by little, and this midpoint, which the crucial part, was already lost for him. And that's an important spot because there are 2 gold mines here, 2 very good gold mines that would have helped out in the economy later on. In the timeline, you can see little by little, pretty balanced at the start, and little by little, Song started to push up, and he was able to get his terrain. It's a pretty nice first game on the first side. Let's go. The first point goes for Song from Brazil. Our friends from Brazil are getting their first point for today. Let's see if Nini can catch on with his pride of deathmatch player. Okay, let's go. Sorry. We are. Yes, there we go. So for now, we are going live. Second game, Chevelle as orange now. Maybe the orange will bring him more luck. Starting on the top side, top left side, I would say, and on the bottom right side, we see Blackwoltz. Let's see. At the beginning, we saw those early barracks kind of helped out, but not. Seems that it didn't last that long. Let's see if Chevelle is gonna work out in the next one. Looks like this time Song's getting 3 town centers instead of the usual 4, and it's starting to get more barracks very close to his base. We saw at the beginning he was painting more in the middle, and right now I can see from the look of the map, this looks like a horrible map. And what I mean by a horrible map, I mean this is a very close forest, so it's gonna be a very close quarter battle. So towers are gonna be very important in this position. Putting towers in these close little gaps are gonna turn out to be crucial. The first legions from Chevelle are already coming. First towers coming from Song as well. So he's gonna try to get this terrain. This big middle part is gonna be important for him to get out. The legions now is starting to attack, noticing that the enemy is already on his face. Let's see, how will he be able to do? Against these units? Fuck, I closed something. Okay. But for now, let's try to look at the middle. Looks like the legions from Song are already coming. Not nearly enough numbers from Chevelle are in this side. However, Chevelle is trying to get this terrain in his side. So probably spreading more to the top side, which is probably a good idea. A much more open area where he can easily spread out his units. But this time, in the middle, this is already a very big mass of legions coming from this side. Some legions are going to try to stop them, but this is already a big mass. He's got more on the back though. But let's see, he needs to move them to this side because otherwise it's going to be a troublesome situation. The legions are already sneaking in from all sides. And Chevelle, like I say, the close quarters are getting him problems because they're all getting stuck everywhere, not being able to help out as much as they would like to. The barracks are already coming, legions are already in the base of Chevelle, so Chevelle on a very hard spot. Song already hitting the 100 population, Chevelle 88 population, so definitely having trouble. This is what I mean, look at this. 4 against 2, and these all other units are very stuck. It's very dangerous to fight in these kind of close quarters. You have to do your engagement rights because this is gonna pay off very badly, or it's gonna pay off very good for Song at least. The legions are already getting through in this side as well. So for now, looks like they're not gonna be able to. They're kind of holding the ground though, but there's already a very thick forest from the side of Song to hold this ground. So Chevelle not gonna be able to push through anytime soon into this area. On the other hand, we see on the top side plenty more units from the legions coming from Chevelle. So looks like he's gonna be able to hold his ground. However, there are more and more towers coming from the side of Song. He's kind of quite a lot of idle units, and right now looks like Song is out of stone again, so he's definitely capitalizing on the power of the towers, of the chosen towers, and using them a lot to gain a lot of his terrain. And you can see the middle part is coming again. More towers coming from the side of Chevelle. Chevelle pulling the ballista towers on the top of the hill. That's a very good spot. Gonna get some defense, and it's gonna get a bonus damage due to the hill. That's a very great idea from the side of Chevelle. Chevelle holding this place quite nicely. This position being kind of in a stalemate right now. Song not being able to push through. There's already forest on the side of both players, so both players migrating more to the top, where it's much more open. You can see more towers coming, and they're trying to be painted on the side of Song, and from the side of Chevelle, still getting his ground very highly. Chevelle 124 population, 120 against 142, so much more balanced than what we saw from the first game. Definitely trying to get much more numbers on his side, and the battles coming in this side as well. Looks like Song not being able to push through. Has a small forest on this side, but once the legions focus this part, it might be able to go down very easily. But on the other hand, we can see this middle ground, no specific winner being seen just yet. You can see legions of Chevelle kind of fading away. I don't see where are they. And look like he is out of food as well, so not gonna be able to get any food. The lion even getting a kill on the villager, the peaceful lion, very dangerous in this situation. More towers trying to come up on this side, and farms being placed in desperate situation, trying to get more food from the side of Chevelle. Song trying to push in, 140 population against 97. The food starve is starting to feel it from the side of Chevelle. Chevelle not getting as much food required. On the other hand, Song is actually out of food again. You can see the queue. It's a very small queue. 145 population, starting to make more villagers as well. So this part is gonna prove to be crucial, because now this is the part where you need to get the stone. And you can see Song has 3k of stone. 3k of stone against 300 stone of Chevelle. So Chevelle doesn't have any more resources to make towers, and you can see Song little by little. Ooh, second game is up. Strong players. Blackwoltz, very strong player. As you can see, the racing's going big side of Blackwoltz, and economy, much bigger economy, as you can see as well. He focused a lot on the stone, which is what gave him a lot of advantage at the end. Getting much more towers than what Chevelle was doing was probably what won him the game. But Chevelle was holding pretty well. Both players were starving on the food. Almost at the same time, you can see the queue of Song was very small, but probably the towers and the legions that he already had, plus the population advantage, proved to be more than enough to get him the win, as you can see. So that's game number 2. It's interesting to see no one stopped contesting this part. Like, this was just too hard for any player to get through, so they just gave it up. On the left side, we got our boy Chevelle. Starting off on the left side with 3 gold mines. That's pretty nice gold mine placement for him. On the right side, we got Song, which kind of a cramped area, but still kind of good. 2 golds on the front side, 2 more golds on the more forward. I think both players are gonna start moving here to the middle, which is a very big area. DM's are worrying? Nah. It's more of a micro thing, but there's joy in just focusing on the micro and just killing everything. We can see Chevelle not taking any chances though. Look like he's gonna start painting his barracks on his base more safely, probably to reach all this area. Song on the other hand gets more on the outside, getting more and more units, villagers getting onto this side. More of a forward position. I hope Chevelle doesn't lose the terrain due to this. He has a very nice heal on the forward. He should definitely try to put some towers on here to protect himself. That would be a very nice place, and with the heal bonus would get a lot of damage done on his side. We can see more and more barracks coming from the side of Chevelle. Chevelle probably doesn't know. Looks like he doesn't know where he is, where the enemy is, so he's spreading out his chosen units, and that might be a crucial error, because right now Song knows where he is and he's gonna start moving to the end to his enemy. And right now you can see the first batch of legions are starting to come on this side. The towers being placed on the hill. Looks like a very interesting position. Plenty of presence in here already from Song, and Chevelle seems to not be that ready. The legions are starting to come to this way though, and they're starting to surround this little paint that he's got here, so he might be able to get these towers down quite nicely, and these barracks as well. So the units are already coming from the side of Chevelle. Chevelle 80 population against 76 population, so now the first game we see kind of a small advantage of the unit count. However, the game is not over and they still got plenty of resources. Let's see how well will they perform late on this game. And you can see little by little slingers, legions are coming from all sides, and another surprise paint coming on the bottom side. He tried this another I think the first game, and it didn't work out so well. However, he seems to have much more time now, and this part is very open, so he might be able to do something. And if he gets the houses, he might get a lot of advantage on his side. Chevelle is starting to fall back, 108 population against 102. Well, and losing his terrain, losing this little hill, that is very important. He needs much more towers on the top side. However, Chevelle still has plenty of stone. Ooh, we can start the lag spikes. There we go. Chevelle has a lot of presence everywhere. He's been put in places. He's starting to get economy as well, which was something that got him in the previous game. So this time's much more prepared than he was in the previous game. These massive legions is turning out to be very gigantic, and looks like Chevelle is not being able to hold himself in this part, at least for now. He needs more towers, and he needs them now in this part, because if he loses this area, he's not gonna be able to get it back anytime soon, especially if Song puts a forest in there. For now, I think the crucial part of the fight is happening here. The legions are trying to get and more tower. Look at the amount of tower Song has here. He's gonna win this eventually. However, on the back, more towers are coming finally, supporting these poor legions that are dying little by little. On this side, very nice place. Song looks like Song noticed and made a wall in here with the barracks, so he's not gonna be able to get through anytime soon. The legions from Chevelle have been stopped on that side, and we have more and more towers coming from the side of Chevelle on this side. This is the important part, because you cannot win this move. And more villagers trying to get some towers in the support and support these legions, but now looks like there's nothing that's gonna stop him anytime soon. The legions are just coming, and the surprise attack has kind of been denied. However, this mass is growing in this side as well, and there's nothing in it. Oh shit, there was plenty of units already in, so he might have got some hits in the economy as well from the side of Chevelle. So Chevelle 134 population against 134 population, so both players same villager population count. Right now it seems pretty balanced, no clear winner just yet. However, the terrain is in favor of Song little by little in this part, and I don't see that many units being queued for Chevelle. Much more barracks being added to the units, but Song is already out of food, and the queues look much more in favor of Chevelle. Chevelle having much more legions being queued up, and Song just have villagers right now. So once these units start to go out, Chevelle might be able to push through, but he needs to do it right, because he cannot afford to lose the legions just like that. He has much more economy on his side. The terrain is being lost, and Song is getting more towers in support. He knows that he's not getting that much units out anymore, so towers supporting him is the right call. Chevelle finally getting ahead on the population again. Much more towers coming up, and he has much more stone in the bank right now, so a bit more prepared from what we saw in the last game. More and more, some legions sneaking through the base, getting some nice kills on the villagers. Much more units coming, and the towers. Looks like Chevelle finally lost the terrain that he on these hills. It's not gonna be able to catch it up anytime soon. Much more towers coming in though, so not gonna keep it a nice land anytime soon. But on in the middle side, in this middle bottom, You can see much more legions coming from the side of Chevelle. Chevelle pushing in, not much towers on this side as well. However, Chevelle does have some towers in here in preparation of a defense. Much more tower, big towers coming, and a lot of small forests coming in this part as well. He's gonna support the legions that are already pushing through, so he's losing this side, but gonna try to push on the top. Song getting some forward villagers to get this stone in here. Gonna try to get some more towers coming on the side. He's out of food. He's out of food and he's out of stone for Song on a tough spot. 141 population, 140 population as well for Chevelle. So Chevelle kind of losing his advantage, out of food and out of stone as well. Both players equally placing in the map. Both players half and half on the map. This place completely kind of saved out, and we can see Song has his economy going on finally on his base. But Chevelle has a lot more expansion in his part as well. So now both players are going to be able to keep on pumping on both sides. It's going to be a matter of time to see who gets the better engagements. In this part, legions, more legions being lost in this part. More towers are coming, and in the part of Song. So this part, this hill now is pretty much property of Song at this point. I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it for now, at least. However, he's trying to get terrain on other areas. So while losing the top side, he's trying to get a bit of the middle, which is not that bad of an idea. He already has a forest in here as well, and Song kind of getting a few towers up, so, and some legions, but it's not gonna be a matter of time. Right now, both players getting some nice kills on both sides. Let's taking a look at the economy. We can see both players, Chevelle exceeding the villager count just by 10 villagers, which are kind of being killed off right now. More towers are trying to come up on this side, trying to stop stop Song to get the units on his the gold stone on his base. There's still plenty of units to go around here. And Chevelle doesn't seem to be getting that much terrain anymore on this part either. So we're starting to get to that stalemate point. 163 against 140. Chevelle falling behind little by little. It's gonna be a tough call for Chevelle, because he's starting. I think he might not be able to come back from this, but let's see. Whoops. Pinche madre. Right now, it looks like, yes, Chevelle losing little by little his terrain now on all sides actually. Song pushing through on every possible place. On the top side, there's already a thick forest to pass through. The legions are being focused now on the middle, starting to get the forest of Chevelle. Right now, not getting that much damage anymore, unfortunately. The legions are there too many, and Chevelle doesn't seem to have nearly enough to defend himself anymore. So right now, looks like it's gonna be a nice victory, and you can see Song is completely walled off. He's got barracks here, and on all these sides, walling the important parts of his base. Not gonna let him get through anywhere. For now, Chevelle holding his ground on this part, but the top side is the top side that is worrying me, because little by little the terrain is going bad on his side. He's got more barracks on the back, so he's not gonna lose this terrain anytime soon. However, Chevelle has out of stone, only 800 stone on the bank left. Not much more stone to work around, so that's very few towers. Just like 6 towers are gonna be able to go up. Stone is actually Song is out of stone as well, so both players have completely starved the stone out of this map. Ooh, some legions coming to the base. Very nice engagement, getting through the barracks. It's gonna start some nice kills on the economy. However, some legions are already coming back to the base, trying to pull up. This is important. He needs to get some, at least trying to get some houses. Chevelle, I mean, Song 215 population against 140 volt. Chevelle very behind on the population right now, not catching up on the economy. So he getting these little kills might be able to get him some advantage. And we can see, oh, the face. Chevelle having some troubles on his base as well. The legions are getting through the arms on the left side, and the villagers are forced to run right now, but some legions trying to support, but there's not nearly enough to get any villagers on this side. And the attacking this side seems that he has faded away in all sides. 120 population against 200 population, so 80 population advantage from the side of Song. The legions are starting to pop through all the places, starting to get some houses as well. So right now Chevelle looking on a very tough spot. Gonna need a miracle, because now the more legions are coming into the middle. The mass is gonna overwhelm him for sure. This forest is not nearly enough to get anything done, unfortunately. So he needs a miracle, unfortunately, and he doesn't have any stone to pull any more defense towers. So his bases are going to start to fade away little by little. You can see the barracks. This place is completely empty now. There used to be towers and barracks and villagers all around here, and now this is completely empty, wiped by the legions. For now, Chevelle try to hold his ground on the middle and more on with Song. Song seems to be just too big for now, so he's not gonna be able to get any more defense going off. More offensive. There's no offensive from the side of Chevelle. Chevelle is holding now rather than attacking. He's 100 population, 99 population against 205 population from Song. So Song doubling the population now from Chevelle. Chevelle not being able to hold himself anymore. Getting some legions and trying to get himself, but the legions amount from Song are just too many. There's just too many legions from the side of Song, so I'm not gonna be able to get anything out. Yes. And Chevelle just calls it a very decisive 3-0 from the side of Song. Song getting 3 points against Nini, or Chevelle cleaning up with his chosen in every game. Very nice play from both sides. It was a very interesting game, and both players played pretty well, actually, I believe. However, Song was able to outperform Nini, a mostly deathmatch player. So right now Brazil got a strong point on deathmatch as well. Very nice play from the side of Song. Taking a look at the statistics, we can see the kills is pretty much the same. The racings, however, favor Song big time. The villager count was kind of in favor of Chevelle at one point, but Song was able to outperform him, and most of the game we can see pretty balanced. And then at the end, this is probably when the stones start to starve. There were no more defense going on from the side of Chevelle, and he was just starting to lose buildings little by little. So that's gonna be the first game of today. Looks like that's the winner of today is Song. And for now, unfortunately, that's gonna be it.